Hey everybody, this is Matt from Fidgets and Widgets again, and today we're going to take a look at the WooSah line of spinners. That's WooSah. Um, as you can see by looking at the buttons on these, the website is www.woosahUSA.com. That's WOOSHAUSA.com. And for ordering, they do have an Etsy page. Just look up WooSah. Again, if you even go to the WooSah USA and you click on the ordering link, it'll take you over to the Etsy page. The cost of these puppies ranges from $20, which I believe was this one, which is, and forgive me, I know they have different names and such for the different lines that they offer. I believe this is an original fun, I think is the line. This one happens to be a basic aluminum. It's probably a starter or entry model. I think this one ran about $20. A terrific spinner with the glow buttons on it. Oh, that's pretty. So that is, again, an original fun, and forgive me again, I think they call that a Namast or Namasty, I think, is a version name. The original WooSah, again, like this one, runs about $20. It's an introductory piece. Most other ones that you'll see here, in terms of the colors, are aluminum based. They run about $25 a piece. And then if you get into the stainless steel line, which are the hefty ones that I happen to love, they run $45. And then if you move into the Chakra line, which is their top end one, this one runs $90. They also on Kickstarter just started just ended a Kickstarter program, and you'll find that the new one is going to be called The Boss, and again it runs $90. Now somebody might say, well, why is this one $45? Why is that one $25? That one's $20, and this one happens to be $90. I think it's due to the material cost for stainless. It's heavier. It's a little bit more expensive. I think another thing you'll notice is this is a single piece body. If you'll notice there, they aren't putting anything together, so that means the block has to be a little larger, and there's a lot of machining that goes into this. That also then means that the tooling cost that you're going to have to put forward to make this is going to be a little bit more expensive. Then you're going to have to go into the labor, which is going to be more expensive as well, because now you've got to do a lot of polish and finishing on it, probably by hand, I would suspect. And so as a result, that's where you see the price variance. Again, a quick aluminum model is about $25. The Chakra is $90. The stainless steel regular ones run about $45. Here we have again the colored versions, which are just terrific. Let's get that one going. Gotta love the warp videos. Awesome. Terrific. Now the WooSah line, I've tried to keep it straight, but they have three groupings: originals, fun, and elite. Styles can come in a polished, a brushed, or industrial version. If you take a look at the written review on my Facebook page, I'll have photos that you can look at to show the different versions and which one of these they happen to fall into. In terms of the originals line, again, it's an aluminum body. It's got a 608 press fit bearing. Generally speaking, they're 2 inches in diameter. They are 3/4 of an inch grip to grip, and the weight on them is, generally speaking, 1.3 to 1.5 ounces. Then you have the fun line, and I'm going to assume this is one of the original fun lines. This again, aluminum, 608 press fit bearing, 2 inch diameter, 3/4 inch grip to grip, and 1.3 to 1.5 ounce. Then we go into the Elite line, which are the stainless steels. These have an aluminum button, stainless steel body, 608 press fit bearing. Sometimes these are available in R188s as well. They are also a 2-inch diameter with 3/4 of an inch grip to grip. And these run approximately 2.4 to 3 ounces a piece. The terrific thing about any of these spinners is, again, it's perfect in the hand size. For a fidgeter, whether you're spinning or holding, it's got a nice feel to it. In terms of spin times, these are meant to be fidget devices. They're not high on spin times, and as a general fidgeter myself, I find them very calming just because they're great to spin. The spin time that I got on just about all of these was right around 2 minutes. I don't think that's bad, but if you're looking for super long spin times, maybe you change out the bearing, maybe you go to the R188 bearing, and see if that works better for you. In terms of a little history, let's start off where the name WooSah comes from. The Branch family created the term out of the blue. Tasha believed that it was potentially a response due to a road rage incident, which might be a joke, but I can imagine somebody in the family having somebody cut them off and screaming WooSah instead of profanity at the opposing driver to vent themselves. Generally, if you're not swearing, you can leave the moral compass intact, which is great. And when the kids arrived and they became a bit ornery and they needed to take it down a notch, they started using the term WooSah again. So I think over time it just developed through the family. And then when they started making spinners, those spinners expanded to therapy sessions. Then it went to local schools. People, of course, again, with any spinner or any fidget device, by the way, they feel better holding them, more grounded. But they wanted a name that was age appropriate and fun to say. And of course, WooSah came back to the forefront. The nice thing about the word is it's a terrific word for branding and spreading the word through the spinner community because it's so easy to remember and say. I do like the fact that the capital S is in the middle. It is for enunciation purposes. It does say it better when you go WooSah versus WooSah. It does make all the difference. The actual company name of WooSah is Tech Machining USA LLC. They are based in Mount Vernon, Washington. The business is owned by Chris and Tasha Branch. Chris handles the production. Tasha handles the administrative and the marketing end of the business. The initial business they were in, and they probably still do, is producing high quality precision made CNC parts for a variety of industries. This eventually again gave them a head start when they got into spinners, and I think their intent is to build a community and not just making spinners. And the reason I say that is every communication I've had with them via email for doing my reviews, they always end it with WooSah. And I think that's terrific. But again, they want to build a community. Part of that philosophy is developing partnerships with groups that are local, such as Icarus Interstellar, Coolest Shop, OneDrop. They want to help groups fundraise and small businesses to be able to offer a quality branded product made in the USA. One thing I want to talk about is customer service, which sometimes you hear horror stories about it. I'll put some 608 buttons here so you can see those. That purple is outstanding. The glow button, again, outstanding. And then there's two versions of the glow button. I ordered the first one by mistake, and of course they sent me the other one at no charge, which was fantastic, based on my mistake. But we have the 608, and then we have the R188. So generally you can find them in both versions. I think for those, of course, that want the longer spin times and the quieter sound, they're going to go for the R188. But honestly, in a lot of my cases, I love the 608, and I'm not sure why. It doesn't spin as long. It's not as quiet, but it's I just like the spinner, and I like the bearing. In terms of, again, customer service, it was, what happened is I ordered, I happen to be big on the brushed look, and I was ordering a couple of the stainless ones, and I think it was this one had a picture of it being brushed, and this one had it polished. I did, on my own accord, order both, but when I got them, I realized, oh, they're polished. That one, of course, my mistake, because it was, but it's still beautiful. This one, I had a picture of a brushed one, but came in polished, or maybe it was, no, I'm sorry, it was this one. And I contacted WooSah, and basically, they ended up giving me a full credit for the one and let me keep it. And the other one I just kept. And then as a result, I ended up turning around and buying the rest of them that you see here. So in terms of customer service, it's remarkable. It's service like that will keep you coming back. Now for a spinner, little spinner talk. There's a lot of hype around the line. Most of it is deserved, but I think it's for a different reason than you might expect. Spinners are great fidget items, absolutely. They don't have great spin times in the sense that they're about 2 minutes or less. They get the hype because the line is reasonably priced. No, it's not a traditional $100 type spinner, which might be more customized. These are fun, colorful fidget toys. They don't cost an arm and a leg to own. If you break one, you lose something, you scratch it, you're not going to feel like you can't replace it. I happen to have these 10, which should tell you something. I love the vibrant colors. The fact that you can get a spinner like this for $25 when you go into a local toy store and you see one that's imported from China that's a cheap plastic clone, and it runs $20 and it does not have anywhere near the production quality this does. Just the terrific coloring makes this well worth the $25 versus what you're going to find in the store. At this price range, you're just not going to beat it. And so that makes it accessible for everybody, which is why I think these are terrific. In terms of they are still spinners. They are quite good. For collectors like myself, they'll start getting into some of the esoteric materials, I'm sure, down the road. They just branched into copper last night, as a matter of fact. The Chakra, which I happen to love, again, I wished it was a little brushed, but hey, that's just my preference, is a terrific weighty spinner. I'm not good at keeping those things level, but you can get a feel for that. Terrific spinner. They ended the Kickstarter project recently with the new spinner, The Boss, which will come out shortly. I think you just need to watch and take a look at their drops, which occur on their Etsy page every Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, or in my neck of the woods here on the East Coast, 11 p.m. Thursdays. I think the new designs, the new metals, the products that they're doing in the works are terrific. I think it's a terrific family-owned business. I think you should start your collection, and then you can become part of the WooSah family. Again, they're starting to do flap buttons. Again, these are mostly 608s, but I'll probably get some R188s. I ordered a few last night to add to the collection. That purple is just outstanding. Well, heck, even the red's outstanding. Sometimes you get several of these, you don't know which one, but normally what I'll do is just pick one for the day, and then I kind of rotate them so that I get through all of them. But they're beautiful spinners. They're wonderfully machined. They're terrifically priced. They're easy for anybody to afford. They're not outrageous like some of them I've seen. some of the esoteric stuff that, they can run $500 for a spinner. These are for everybody, and they're meant to help adults and kids like myself that are fidgeters or have OCD, which I happen to have, and this is just terrific. So I'll leave it at that. Go check out the page. Again, the links will be in my written review, and you can't go wrong with these. I think you'll love them. And that finishes my review of the WooSah line for today. This is Matt with Fidgets and Widgets. Thanks for checking in. Bye now.